In many cases, David Fincher never really fit the description of a normal director. By that I mean taking many takes to film one tracking scene or taking a lot of time focusing on one character's arc. So today, we're looking at two movies by Fincher himself. Zodiac takes on the case of the Zodiac Killer, a famous killer in the 60s towards the late 70s. Much like the one in 2005, it holds up many questions to those who are not informed of the late killer. David takes a lot of what is already written in case files and in searching websites and takes it to a whole new level. Much like the social network, he's done his research, but we're not talking about research, we're talking about
documents. If it went to trial, all the defense would have to do is call Sherwood to the stand. And there was no way of getting Allen into court in the first place because there was no evidence, Robert.
What do you mean there's no evidence? You have him seen with the ciphers, the military boot prints, the same size shoes and gloves, the most dangerous game, the Zodiac watch, the background of school children, the misspellings of Christmas, the bloody knife.
All circumstantial. Paul Stein's shirt, his wallet, his keys. We should have found one of those things in that trailer. We didn't.
That's... Okay. Catherine Allen states that Lee cleaned out his trailer on Friday after work and moved it to Santa Rosa on Saturday, August 7th, 1971. You interviewed him at the refinery on August 4th.
Yeah.
So he's cleaning out his trailer, he's moving it to a different county 48 hours after you interviewed him? Okay. Look at this stuff side by side, Dave. All right. Okay, Arthur Lee Allen and the Zodiac, their timelines. When was the first murder in Vallejo?
Christmas 1968.
8 months before that, Allen is fired for molesting his students, and his family discovers that he's a pedophile. Now, when do the letters begin?
July 69.
After the murder of Darlene Farron, and they continue until you go to see him at work. Now, after that, do any of the letters contain swatches of Paul Stein's shirt? No, because he dumped him because he got scared, because he knew that you were onto him. So when's the next letter from Zodiac?
Not until January of 1974.
He is silent for 3 years. Then in 74, he feels comfortable again because everybody's moved off Allen as a suspect. And what do we get? 3 new letters from Zodiac in January, May, and July in 74.
But then the letters stop.
What happens to Allen?
He's arrested. January 1975, they send him to Atascadero. We don't get another letter from Zodiac the entire time he's there.
When is he released?
August 77.
Allen gets out, he types you an apology, and then what? We get our first new Zodiac letter in 4 years.
Okay. Zodiac had to have known Darlene Farron, right?
Yes, because of the phone calls on the night of her murder.
Because of the Vallejo file, we know that Darlene knew a man named Lee.
Yes.
So all coincidence aside, Robert, how can you be sure that Lee Allen is a Lee from this file? Now, Vallejo is a small town, but it's not that small. How do you put the two of them together?
This is a case that's covered both Northern and Southern California, with victims and suspects spread over hundreds of miles. Would you agree?
Yes.
Darlene Farron worked at the Vallejo House of Pancakes on the corner of Tennessee and Carroll. Arthur Lee Allen lived in his mother's basement on Fresno Street. Door to door. That is less than 50 yards.
Is that true?
I've walked it.
Jesus Christ.
So?
The prints, the handwriting.
I'm not asking you as a cop.
But I am a cop. I can't prove this.
Just because you can't prove it doesn't mean it's not true.
Easy, Dirty Harry. Finish the book. Thank you. Thank you for breakfast.
This shows just how unstable Robert is. He's not ready to take on this case. This is clearly character development, a clear showing of how he grows as an individual character. Much like the social network, there's also a character not ready for this case. Social Network is a 2010 movie about the two creators of Facebook who have to traverse through law firms, suits, hardships, cheating, fame, money, businessmen trying to take away their fame. But that's not all. I want to specifically look at one of the things in this movie.
His face. I need to do something to take my mind off her. Easy enough, except I need an idea. I'm a little intoxicated, I'm not gonna lie. So what if it's not even 10 p.m. and it's a Tuesday night? Really? The Kirkland Facebook is open on my desktop, and some of these people have pretty horrendous Facebook pics. Oh no! Billy Olson's sitting here and had the idea of putting some of the pictures next to pictures of farm animals and have people vote on who's hotter. Good call, Mr. Olson. Yeah, it's on. I'm not going to do the farm animals, but I like the idea of comparing two people together. It gives the whole thing a very Turing feel, since people's ratings of the pictures will be more implicit than, say, choosing a number to represent each person's hotness like they do on hotornot.com. The first thing we're going to need is a lot of pictures. Unfortunately, Harvard doesn't keep a public centralized Facebook, so I'm going to have to get all the images from the individual houses that people are in. Let the hacking begin. First up is Kirkland. They keep everything open and allow indexes in their Apache configuration, so a little wget magic is all that's necessary to download the entire Kirkland Facebook. Kid stuff. Next is Elliot. They're also open, but with no indexes on Apache. I can run an empty search and it returns all the images in the database in a single page. And I can save the page and Mozilla will save all the images for me. Excellent. Moving right along.
Excuse me, everybody. You are at one of the oldest, one of the most exclusive clubs, not just at Harvard, but in the world. And I want to welcome you all to Phoenix Club's first party of the fall semester.
Some security. They require a username password combo, and I'm going to go ahead and say they don't have access to the main FAS user database, so they have no way of detecting an intrusion. Adams has no security, but limits the number of results to 20 a page. All I need to do is break out the same script I used on Lowell, and we're set. Quincy has no online Facebook. What a sham. Nothing I can do about that. Dunster is intense. Not only is there no public directory, but there's no directory at all. You have to do searches, and if your search returns more than 20 matches, nothing gets returned. And once you do get results, they don't link directly to the images, they link to a PHP that redirects or something. Weird. This may be difficult. I'll come back later.
Hey, shark me son. What? Right, boy. Beautiful fish. Thanks.
Leverett is a little better. They still make you search, but you can do an empty search and get links to pages with every student's picture. It's slightly obnoxious that they only let you view one picture at a time, and there's no way I'm going to go to 500 pages to download pics one at a time, so it's definitely necessary to break out Emacs and modify that Perl script. Done.
This is another cool scene by Fincher, where Zuckerberg is clearly doing something that depicts a dumb kid making something irrational while drunk, quite exceptionally, might I add. Trent Reznor and Atticus Ross, two names floating in my head this entire week. Their music is so memorable, it makes a sudden impact when you think of Social Network. Both great artists and can make such compelling music to the extent of even explaining or setting the tone of the movie just by listening to it. Here's a 4-second clip. Close your eyes and enjoy. And that wraps it up for my David Fincher video. I hope you enjoy, and I'll see you later.